and she were married, and she and Catherine has been staples for us, and great friends. Well, is there still an Air Egypt there?
Yeah, that's the flight we took to come
Okay.
here.
Yeah, we come from Egypt here.
So there are direct flights to Cairo.
And the airport, what, is airport good?
Yeah.
In Egypt?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have the new terminal, 2 new terminals. Yes.
Oh, two new terminals?
Yes.
Yeah.
I need to go back.
You should.
Yeah, you are welcome. Yes.
It's going to be it's going to be a pleasant surprise, I hope, how much Egypt has changed.
You see him say, Kay said hello. My husband worked with him closely. My husband's in heaven right now. Yeah, so he left. So tell Bill, to come over.
When he was the chair of
in the director in the Navy Research Center, and after my husband left, he took the job.
At this position?
Yeah, so I have to introduce to your husband.
My son took me to the White House many times.
Yeah.
So many times. I'm a disabled son. I have. He's in heaven. But Alan wrote Peter a special letter because he had difficulty walking on the roof. And so he said he understood. He got us.
Yeah, Fred, I'd like to introduce you.
Captain, how are
Sir,
you?
nice meeting you, sir.
Very
Captain
nice.
Lieutenant.
Very nice to see you.
Yes, I just took over Dr. Madison's position as the director of BDRD.
Oh,
Yeah.
So after my husband retired, he take over the job.
wow. Now, when did Alan retire?
This year.
Oh, this year.
March.
So I used to be his deputy
Can you believe?
from 2010 to 2015. Now I returned back, and they put me as the director because he retired. Yeah, it's on the biodefense. So I just got back, and now.
What pilot?
She's on the other side, that's why I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Back in the day, that's anything prior to 2000. So if you're younger than that, you won't understand what I'm talking about. But back in the day, it was the summer of 1960, about 800 young men at that time, assembled near God in the Gods at the foot of Pikes Peak to enter into the class, Air Force Academy class of 1964. I don't think that at that moment we recognized or realized how that relationship or that entry or that day that we met would last a lifetime. And our class has remained together since 1960. And so if you start doing the math, and I can't count more than 20 because that's the number of digits I had. but it's been more than 10 years, it's been more than 20 years. It's been a very, very long time since we all assembled for the first time and recognized that even though we may have been outstanding in high school, we weren't worth squat there. That's a technical term, only the scientists will understand. We finished the school in the in June 1964, and we all went off on our respective careers. I became a helicopter pilot. Al became a reconnaissance pilot. Both of us flew in Vietnam. It was so funny because when we looked at those who flew in reconnaissance aircraft, they were alone, unafraid, and they would come back with photographs that would allow us to make, the leadership come back and allow decisions to be made as to what to do next. When Al returned from Vietnam, he was assigned flying a fighter bomber, and after 8 years, he separated from the Air Force and followed the advice of his brother John, and became a medical officer in the Navy. Now, I'm not saying anything bad or good about the Navy, but that was quite a departure from us who had graduated from the Air Force Academy. But looking at what he did in the Navy, and his medical accomplishments, and what the people and the scope of the people that he saved all over the world, and the research that he was doing, we quite proudly keep him as a member of the class of 1964, because I am certain that he saved us. He saved me when we went over to visit. My wife Annette and I went over once to visit, and he gave me some bowls stacked together. And he said, if you do certain things with those bowls, you will live forever. Well, I wasn't feeling that good at that time. And those bowls allowed me to have a hip replacement and a pacemaker. And so I blame him for giving me this renewed life to now be younger than my wife is. Another thing that he did, we had, if you can remember, COVID. Well, Al had the ability to get things that would be of value to us. And one of them was an N95 mask. You remember those. You could not breathe through them. But they were essential and mandatory. And he gave us some masks. And it's so interesting because he gave us lots of them. And we had a very close friend who was a doctor at Anne Arundel Medical Center. And they had run out of them at Anne Arundel Medical Center. And so we gave her several of these N95s, and it was though we had given her all the gold in the world. It was these kinds of things that Al did, and he was not thinking about himself. He was a gentle guy. He loved life. He was brilliant, as we all know. And then from my point of view, as a kid growing up in Washington, D.C., my favorite state was New Mexico. And so Al was born in New Mexico, Santa Fe area, Albuquerque area, and so the two of us were just linked. I enjoyed the conversation so much, and enjoyed so much meeting Cody and Catherine. And I'll tell you, the three of them, they were out of control when they were together. We loved them so much. I know Al is taking care of heaven right now. And he doesn't need me to help him up there because he's already saved my life. But I'll tell you he was a great friend, a great classmate, a great physician, a brilliant scientist, a gentleman who could have corrected these intercom issues that we've just surfaced here, because he loved doing those things too. Al, we love you. Keep a watch over us with God's view. And take care of us, watch us, and bless your heart. We all love you.
His tenure started going up of God, he transferred, and that continued for 10 more years. When I departed, number 3, from science budget was about $29 million. And that was incredible.
You, as I die each moment, I come back to you in every moment. Just look, feel my presence. If you want to cry, please cry. And know that I will cry with you. The tears you shed will heal us both. Your tears are mine. The earth I tread this morning transcends history. Spring and winter are both present in the moment. The young leaf and the dead leaf are really one. My feet touch deathlessness, and my feet are yours. Walk with me now. Let us enter the dimension.
Reflect with Al at Catherine's wedding. And as I was sitting there, I was looking at the length poem that we were handed. And I want to take an opportunity to read that and reflect in that direction. Al and I bonded primarily because of my civilian contracting career and his pride in the U.S. Air Force and those early challenges that he had in those moments in his life. We all know he's a hero. He was a hero. He'll continue to be a hero because, as you heard, many people continue to work.
I'm going to lift up this brief word to encourage us along our life's journey. The Gospel according to Luke chapter 10, familiar passage of Scripture, starting at verse number 30, reading through verse number 37.
From Japan.
Yes, Al brought it from Japan, and what happened last year when Al lost his brother, Al was sick and he couldn't make it to the funeral, but he had somebody come, and also after the celebration of life, they rang that bell. So it was like, and the watch.
Yeah.
You think? Yeah, we call
Is it for us, Bolivia, I think?
No. War near
Ship bell, 这叫 ship bell, ship, yes, ship bell. 哦，那就生命的钟停止了，那个叫 ship bell。Ship bell， 这他们这个 ship bell 是从日本弄来的，这太高了，是从日本弄来的。假飞机。
对，然后他就说他们也看见了，那雄鹰，你知道吗？就是雄鹰，
就是哎，
就是雄。
哎，那个钟你放哪儿了？我拍一下那个钟。
什么钟？
就是海军那个钟。
上来，上来看。
再上来。
哎，然后呢？然后这里正在演战斗机的时候，2架飞机出现，你注意到没有？这一切东西都是很神秘的。
哎，门关吗？不关。
没关，我没上马那个，我给我弟打电话，没接到信号。在这儿，家里很乱啊。
在哪儿？
你去看，在这儿。
我
他是从日本带过来的，我赶快。
哦，这是日本的。这个
他在日本的时候，
这个钟说是很有那个，
谁给你做的？我都
刚才那个 Shift， 他是百度了才知道，这是消防员，海军海员， 任务完成了，